Hello, guys, and welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we have a special guest, Peyote. Woo woo. Bow.
Please join us in learning about A&R and finding out what that actually means and hear about how to become successful in the music industry from the man himself. So thanks so much for joining us and welcome back to Talk to Me, the podcast.
Got it.
One.
Whoa.
Welcome back to Talk to Me
The podcast
with Maddie
and Mel.
and today we have a special guest, Peyote. Woo woo.
Peyote is in the house.
In the building. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here. I'm doing great.
We're so excited to have you on and to finally meet you. So
Likewise,
that's
likewise.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. See what y'all got.
So, who are you?
Who am
What's your
I?
social security number and how are you affiliated with Five Flash Media?
See,
There's a question he can answer.
so, all right. So, who am I? We're going to see if we can get all those in here. All right. So, who am I? I am Peyote, ayahuasca. All right. I'm originally from St. Louis, but now I'm in Central Arizona. All right. And how did I get introduced or affiliated with Five Flash? So there's this guy named Josh, I think you guys know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think we bumped into him a time or two.
That's exactly what happened to me. So I just bumped into this guy, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, you look like this, and you look like this. Well, how about I did it?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds great." But what really did it was, I think I flipped it on him. I asked him a question,
Oh.
and when I asked him a question, that's what really got us to thinking like, we got some more questions to ask each other.
So there was a synergy there.
Yeah, it was a moment.
Moment.
It was like the Big Bang for a second. It was a boom. It was an eruption. And then
No bromance going on?
I don't know about all that. But it definitely was something, a spark. It definitely was a spark.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay.
Okay. Social security number?
Oh yeah. I
You
heard
forgot
that
that
one.
question.
But I don't even get that to the feds, They get the last four. You know what I'm saying? 1111.
I was going to say, just pick one of the four that you have. That's what you need to do.
Right. Got a few of them
There you go.
out here in Arizona.
So, how many kids do you have?
How many children? I have two children. I have a boy and a girl. I have a son, a daughter. The daughter is in Missouri, and my son, he's out here living his life, living his best life in Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
And then obviously your talent is another, of your children that you have to take care of and
My talent.
raise. And
Well, yeah, I guess I never really think about it that way, like that in that regard. But I guess though that would be
pilots sitting over there going, hey, where the hell is she going with this?
I guess that would be accurate though. To a certain degree.
So, please go more in depth on how you met Josh.
Okay, so we were actually on Roosevelt Row during First Friday, and we were out on the balcony. That's when we bumped into each other, and I think it was a point where we were having a conversation, and we realized that there were a lot of people that were in a circle that we knew about, and then at that point, we kind of surmised that there was a reason for us meeting, right? And then I think he asked the question to me about, what is it that I would like to do, right? Like as far as future, and things like that. And I guess he kind of threw me back because it was like, I'm already doing what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? So at that point though, I forget what I asked him. What was it that I asked him? I can't remember right now. But whatever that was, he was in a position to where he had to think about it. What that did, though, it allowed us to have another opportunity to speak. Mm-hmm. That evening, we really didn't have a good opportunity to speak because he was in a hurry, he had things to do, and so did I. But that instance allowed us to align ourselves in a similar path amongst similar ideals. And because of that, I'm here today.
Wow.
So, when you say that you like what you do, so what is it that you do? Can you explain that?
All right, so I'm in the entertainment industry, but I do artist development. That's what I do. So I take you had an artist eye on your last pod. So with an artist like that, I would see them from where they are in their raw stage up to the level that they're trying to get to, whether that be superstardom or livable wage or just they like doing this, but they're still getting paid, right? So depending on where that's at, my goal or what I do is assist them get there. I manage their careers in that aspect as well as develop that talent. So that evening, Pilot was there as well that I met Josh. And we were doing our marketing, we were doing our publicity, we're doing our podcast run with you guys, being the first ones on the tour.
Yay.
Yeah, they're the first ones on the tour. So, and in our efforts.
Do a little dance.
Right. That's it. It's like the inaugural. This is the inaugural. Yeah. So, but that's what I do. And I love doing that. I'm a former writer myself. I still write. So it allows me to stay connected to the music, but also gives me the opportunity to help others within that sphere, that space, so that they can hopefully get to the places that I was unfortunately couldn't get to.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. So, do you have a partner or are you in a relationship?
Partner? Well, you mean a partner in the business or a partner in life?
In life.
Okay, so in life, yes, I do have a significant other that I've been with for the last 12 years. That I moved here
Congratulations.
With, and thank you. Angela. Hope she ain't mad that I was putting her business out here in the streets.
Sorry, Angela, but it sounds like you're pretty awesome. So
yeah, she is. Yeah, it's been great. Like I said, she's been a pillar in allowing me to become what I am and to have the freedoms that I need to have in order to babysit those children you was talking about earlier. So it works out, and she's strong again, because it's challenges within everything. But yeah, it's everything's good. She's good. We're good.
You know what else is good?
What's that?
Talk to Me, the podcast, which you should go subscribe and hit that notification button. Also follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Talk to Me, the podcast, and follow us on Spotify, Apple and Google at Talk2Me. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, but within that artist development, it's PFB Music Group. So PFB, Precise Family Business.
okay.
So
PFB.
yeah, Precise Family Business.
Yeah, the
So-
first letter of each word.
No, yeah.
I remember she's 16. Yeah. But no, yeah. So that's what we did. Just took the first letter and that just shortened it. PFB. And Precise is, again, we want to deliver with accuracy, deliver with integrity, and complete the mission. That's Precise. And then the family business is that, going back to that community aspect of incorporating other people and other thoughts into that mix, so that we do have something cohesive like a family tree. That's the family business aspect. So then you have the MG, which is the music group, and that's what Pilot is in, the music group aspect. He also does some other things to help me out along the way, but for that, that's what that is, as well as some other artists, Chief RCG, Von Skirty, Mr. Mead, Swish is Sweet, and I think that's it. And then Lotto Beats 314, my producer. Making sure I'm not forgetting nobody. Yeah, that's it.
Got everybody. So you have all those artists that you're working with right now, or is Pilot kind of your project to get him? I'm assuming to stardom. I don't see you not going for stardom, dear. You look like a star, so you're going for stardom.
Money motivated with his chains on. Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, he's definitely going. He has the capability to be a star. I don't know if his aspirations are definitely set that high because he still wants to be a dad.
That's so cool.
But we're definitely going to get him to the heights that he wants to be
Yeah.
at. But no, I have him, and again, the other names, but he right now is, not to minimize anyone else, but he's right now. I do have other projects and other talent. You got Swisher, he's coming out this December. They have Chief RCG, who should come out at the top of the year, him and Von Skirty. And then Mr. Meat's project, he's probably going to be spring. We don't have, that's to be determined still. We're working on that project. We don't have a date. And then Pilot, his situation is different. What he's going to do is he's going to drop a series of mixtapes, and then he's going to release a project probably going into next summer.
Wow.
But,
Congratulations.
Right, so that's what we have. But to answer your question, yes, it's him and I think 5 more and 1 producer. Yes,
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I don't mean
No,
to-
yeah, go ahead.
It's like, how the hell do you get into this? I mean, how do you like navigate this world that is like so huge? And it honestly, my generation, it's changed a lot.
Definitely.
It is so different today. So what Maddie knows is not how it was when she still has vinyl and stuff like that. You love vinyl.
Love vinyl.
But it's
They're on
still,
top.
it's like so different. How did you figure out how to navigate this?
Well, I guess it was staying present was the biggest thing, because again, we come from all the way to 8-track 45. Right.
Right.
So to now,
They don't even know what an 8-track
I don't even know. I'm like, all right, now I'm trying to think, what is that? Like,
So now it's streaming and just pretty much live performance.
Right.
So me and him have conversations about it all the time. The difference in the dynamics between the olden days and the current days now. Music. So just take, for instance, like you said earlier, before the show, we didn't even know what this was, right? But now, like, same thing. You're in it. You're doing it.
Right.
Right? So it's kind of like that. I was an artist. I didn't have a particular set of direction, but I was afforded the opportunity to be amongst those that were in the industry themselves. So that time frame gave me the opportunity to watch and observe. I got to learn. I got to pick people's brains. I actually got to call certain stars and be able to talk to them, ramble, and waste their time.
She wants name drops.
I need names right now.
All right, so I'm from St. Louis, and
That's what I'm trying to think, because I'm like, East Coast, West Coast thing, but St. Louis is in the middle. So
Right in the
where
middle.
does that fall? Like,
it's more so down south music.
Okay.
It's more so crunk, dance, party with a little bit of edge, gangster to it, just a little bit, right?
Okay.
But it's a really a good balance. You got battle rappers that can go to the East Coast and have good battle rap shows because they have that talent, and then you got people that can come out here and put on a show. We did one June 10th and make it happen. But Keywan Murphy Lee from the St. Lunatics, Jaquan, basically everybody from St. Louis. But outside of St. Louis, I've interviewed B.O.B.,
wow.
Flavor Flav, Ray J, Cherish, big names, lots of names.
Those are huge names.
And a whole lot more.
Still today.
No, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They have not gone away. They're still doing it.
But like I said, that opportunity, I worked for a company called Video Vault TV. As I was making my transition from music to video, which is Video Vault TV, that's when I was amongst the Little Kims of the world. They would come to our city, the Niveas, and I have a video, so I'll show you guys that video afterwards.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
But those names, they came to the city. And back then, pre-YouTube, that the way to get marketing out, you had to deal with the local media. And effectively, we were the local media in that capacity. So the labels would send us videos on VHS tapes so that we could program and put into things and all of that. And like I said, that experience dealing with artists afforded me the knowledge to be able to grab artists and be able to show them what not to do in most cases. Not what to do, but what not to do.
Yeah, I think most people like miss out on that, the not to do thing. That's where, that's when you go off course a lot of times.
That's what we talk about. Because me and Pilot, we have this, and we talked about it a little bit with us. It's stay on the path. We're trying to get to the same destination, and we will, and we do have those different missions, as you said earlier. But if we stay together and not get off the track, we will get there. And so what I have to do in most cases is make sure people don't see the shiny trinket over here and go towards the shiny trinket.
There you go.
Stay on the path.
It's not always about the money.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the tiny trinket I was about to ask. Like, what is that?
It's whatever, though.
Oh.
It could be
Yeah.
it could be your vices. It could be you got a boyfriend and you don't want to go stay on the path because you want to stay with the boyfriend. It could be lots of things, but it's about what did you set out to do and what things possibly could be in your way.
Oh, so like, fuck that little trinket. Like,
Yeah, just get rid of that little trinket.
get out of here.
Because what we talk about is there's millions of trinkets when you get to the destination.
Oh.
So you can collect trinkets on the way, but you can just keep going and get a whole lot.
Wow, I like that.
That's kind of the same thing that like what you and I talked about, Maddie, is like your success. It's literally one of the episodes that we did. Your success will come. You just stay and you work hard and you stay focused. Your success will eventually come. It just takes sometimes a little bit longer than what we like it to take. But
Oh yeah.
it
Well, I mean, even
definitely.
working your booty off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I send out things that I have on Instagram too, and that was one of the things that Rick Ross had said actually is don't stop, don't quit, just keep going. And I know it gets troublesome sometimes for people because we live in an instant gratification world. We have everything at our fingertips, so we want our desires now. And that's another thing, going back to your question. Having come from an olden time, there's a different work ethic that comes with that too. That I can then pass on to my people so that they don't get caught up into what's going on now.
I still need to learn that.
Yeah, because it's about stick-to-itiveness is what it's called.
Oh, really?
So you stick to it. Just stick to it. Like she was saying, if you keep throwing down a second from your knees, eventually you're gonna get good at it.
She's actually really good at that.
Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You're gonna get good at it. So it's whatever muscle that you're working, just keep working that muscle until you master it, which is 10,000 hours.
Okay.
Then once you master that muscle,
That didn't happen, guys.
yeah. Once you master that muscle, then you move on to another one if you want to develop your skill set. And that's how you get pictures with 4 or 5 pitches. Or sometimes you have pitchers they have a whole bunch of pitches, but only one of them's good. Because that's the only one they've mastered. They have them, but they don't put enough work into them to master them.
I know someone who has like 6 pitches that are like mastered.
Wow.
I know, she's
That's
good.
all she does.
All she does. That's her whole life right there.
But that's the reason why.
No,
because
yeah.
that's her whole life.
She's so good. It's
Yeah.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Literally, she freshman was like the
starter varsity player. Like she started every game, even the championship game.
and she got Rookie of the Year for the state of Arizona or something like that. She got
Yeah,
like
she
one of
did.
the top honors as a freshman.
Again, that shows
That's
you.
crazy.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
The proof is there.
Yep.
It's there. It's just sticking to it. Like you guys, sticking to it.
Yeah.
And this is going to grow, and grow.
I know every time I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, this podcast, can I keep doing it? Can I keep doing it? And it's like that same day or the next day, it's like something else great happens. It's like there's just something that just kind of just keeps you moving forward and makes you believe in it. And I know, Maddie loves doing it too, and that helps me. But it's like, at my age, I'm like, what the hell am I on a podcast for? But it's like you said, it's the mission. The mission is to take and to reach out to the people who don't have those people in their lives to help guide them and direct them and, or even feel like they're connected. And so to connect with people. So I just think that's so cool. That's what you do with your talent.
And me, I'm very particular, right? even as it pertains to you guys,
Pilot gave me a look. I think he knows what you're talking about.
So I looked you guys up, did my homework, do this, do that, and you guys checked out. Like, you guys were good in my eyes, right? And you're good to me in person, right?
Let's go.
Hey, we got him suckered.
But like with Josh, even I will say Josh is a gentleman, right?
I would agree
Right.
with that.
I would as well. Oh, hi.
All right, cool. But there's a level of, I guess, tenacity, right? That sometimes I inject, right? No, another reason why I really like Josh is because he can match that, even in his own way, right? He can match that tenacity with Pilot. He can match that tenacity. So for me, it goes back to pack tribe mentality. I can dominate because that's what I want to do. I want to dominate, right? So when I tell that to Pilot, he wants to dominate, right? And then when I go to Josh, and I'm like, Josh, I love what you're doing, but you got to want to dominate. And Josh says, I want to dominate. So I've got Josh's back. Whatever he's got, I want to be a part of it because we want to dominate. With you guys, same thing. Like I said, with that exponential growth that's going to happen, it's going to be about dominating. And then you're going to get bigger people. Some of those names that I was naming out, you guys going to have them then. Or the new names. Yeah.
Are you ready for that?
But you gotta want to dominate.
Yeah, I am.
She's been about domination from the day she's been born. I'm telling you.
Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna rule this world.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's
That's
always
very much
said
domination.
about her. They've always said that. They're like, we live in Madison's world. It's like she's always dominated everything.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I have actually a really funny story about that.
Okay.
So one time I was in line. This is like in like preschool, and this girl coming in line to get water, and I was
You
like,
remember preschool?
I remember this story because my dad talks about it all the time.
Okay.
And I guess I like went like this to her and said, "No cuts, no butts, no coconuts." And then she bit me on the arm, and I threw her to the ground.
Wow. That was domination.
She was like, what, 3 years old?
Yeah, I was really young at this time. I was mad though. I was like, "No one's cutting me to get my water. You have to wait. Go to the back of the line."
That was definitely tenacious. That was tenacity at its finest. Yes, Talk to Me podcast. Okay. Yes.
So how long have you been in the music industry for?
Okay, so started in '99 with around the time Nelly came out
Yeah.
up till
Wait.
now.
The one who made that one song, I forgot what it's called. Wait, I have it.
Okay.
Wait,
Well, I don't know if you can.
I can pull it up really fast.
Yeah, yeah, you can't
I know
play
I can't
it.
play it, but I can show you. That's
Country
all.
Grandma
No.
or what?
Wait, this one? Her?
No, that's
that's
the
different
other Nelly.
Oh, God. I was like, I know that Nelly. I know that one.
It was two Nellies out at the same time. There was a male type and a female
Real
type. You brought up the female type. There's a male type.
Oh.
Yes. And he's from where I'm from.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, St. Louis.
I was close.
And so,
Wrong gender.
My bad.
yeah, around that time, I graduated 2002. So after that, I was around it, and then it really exploded right about the 2002 time frame, all the way steady into about 07, right? And then it started to drift in 2011, and then the company folded. But I was still around music. Well, for a segment. So between 2011 and 2014, because when we folded, 2011, I stepped away from the industry. Came back 2014 once I met Chief RCG and Von Skirty, my St. Louis artist. Mm-hmm. And they have really great music, and we'll make sure you get some of it. And And that's what got me back into the thrill of it, because I lost the desire to be, and things were changing so much.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier.
Well,
so,
they didn't even know how artists were going to get paid. They didn't know, you had the whole thing on, stealing the songs on,
Napster and all that.
Napster and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And so that's I could see where that would make you a little jaded towards the industry, actually.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. I also have a question. What did you do in that time? Like,
So actively, okay, so there was the moment that I didn't include, which was 07 to 11. During that time frame, I was in the military.
Oh,
So
thank you for your service.
Thank
So
you.
I went to Iraq twice during that
Oh
time
my gosh,
frame.
which service did you?
Army.
Army?
Yes.
Wow, so you were there.
Yes, big there. On boots on ground is what we call it. And 140 in the shade. Yeah, in Basra.
So that's why you're actually okay with Arizona summers.
that's what I'm
because this is
saying.
like nothing compared to that.
Nothing.
Oh, and the
It's
sandstorms there had to be
Yeah.
even worse too.
10 times and more often, like way more often than here.
Yeah,
like-
that would be
like
awful.
Once a week there. Yeah.
Ugh.
So, but no, it's way better over there.
So
would think that.
you did tours there? Wow.
So the first deployment was to a place called Basra.
Yep.
And then my second deployment was closing out Baghdad.
Whoa.
So the first one, it was very intense, definitely, because we were there when it was really crazy still. My second one is we were coming out of Iraq.
Okay.
So it wasn't as crazy, but it was still,
That's still.
whereas all type of stuff was going on as I was coming back home. But within that, in the Army or in service, it's no matter what creed, color, whatever you are, it's just your battle buddy, right? And they got a weapon. Ain't nobody messing with you. Unless they're crazy. And a lot of crazies, but that's it. But in America, you could be doing nothing. And a
Yeah.
crazy can impact your life.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is so true.
And so that dynamic, people couldn't understand. I would want to be in America any day of the week. But I'm just saying certain aspects of it, the realities, it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
I can especially today, it's gotten even worse. And so I could totally, even though you say it like that, it's still a little bit hard to accept that that's honestly where we are living now. It's kind of hard to accept that when people like you gave so much to defend us and to take care of us. It's just crazy.
No, it definitely is. But that was the goal too, to make sure that we did have, in my view of it, have a good place to live here back in America. And again, I'm not throwing any shade at America.
Or St. Louis either.
Yeah. Oh, but my city is jacked up. My city is jacked up.
Really?
Yes. It's like if I put up some statistics on my phone, you'd be shocked.
Yeah.
But no, I love my city. The people there, I love the people. But the city itself, crime, homicide, it's a bad place.
It's sad.
So coming out here, it's like, and even that, I will say virtually no crime, because obviously there's crime everywhere. But in St. Louis, you turn on the news, little boy shot dead, ballpark.
I know.
And it's like, what? Here,
awful.
you don't hear that. You got your cartel and your fentanyl, but that's about it. No, I can live with the cartel and the
You live
fentanyl.
south of all of where all the
Yeah.
crazy stuff happens, though, too.
Yeah.
You're kind of further in a smaller community type of setup as well. Do you like the smaller community setup better
course.
than the big city?